name's Henrietta and welcome to the Britain's Community Channel podcast. Like and subscribe to this channel. The guests' social media channels are posted in the description below. My guest today is the co-founder of MoMas Cookies, Hulda Adao. Welcome, Hulda, and thank you for coming to this podcast.
Thank you.
Please tell me more about MoMas Cookies.
So, MoMas Cookies is a company that we launched on July 15th, so it's relatively new. But we've been planning it pretty much since the start of the year, and we are a vegan cookie business. And our framework is kind of set up so that we are able to deliver our cookies across the country, and from those cookies, we are able to donate a percentage to a local charitable organisation.
Wow. That's a really interesting way of structuring the business.
Yeah.
How has MoMas Cookies been managing during lockdown?
I think because we started the planning process before COVID was really a concern here in the UK. We were working pretty much off Zoom anyway, so it didn't impact us that much. The only thing that we had to really take into consideration was when we were baking the cookies and making sure that we were following all the government guidelines in terms of health and safety, and making sure that we had the correct PPE equipment available to make sure that everything that we were doing in our spaces wasn't going to impact our customers at all. But in terms of direct impact, we've been quite lucky that it hasn't affected us as much as other businesses.
That's pretty good timing for the way you've launched the business.
Yeah, we got quite lucky. Sorry.
What are the motives behind starting MoMas Cookies?
I think it was completely by accident, because before MoMa's Cookies, I already had another business that I was running, and I still have it there. And it was just, I was baking some cookies and I got my friend slash co-founder to try them. And he just said, you should sell these. And I was completely not going to. And then he said it again, and I was just like, we had already talked about starting a business together. So then I thought, okay, let's give it a go. And then kind of the business model structure came from kind of the ideology of people want to help people, but they don't know how to. I think there's many times where we want to help, but we don't know where to go. Well, what needs there are out there. So then that kind of developed the framework. So that was kind of it. So we said, let's use these cookies to help people.
I'd agree with you on that, because often people, they want to help, but they don't know where to go, who to speak to get started to help, even though they're really engaged in trying to help a good cause. What is your inspiration behind the company?
I think the way that the company started and what keeps me motivated is at the time that the conversations were being had about whether or not this was going to be a full-on business. It was at a time where I had just finished doing my TED Talk, and I was in a really vulnerable place, and my friend slash co-founder Junior was there. And we just talked about it, and we was like, what if we take everything that we're dealing with, everything that we're going on, that's going on right now, and take that pain to power? So let's use everything that we're dealing with right now, and just to show how much we appreciate all the local charitable organizations that are out there creating social impact and meeting the needs of communities and the marginalized communities and vulnerable communities. And let's use that to help people. So let's create a product that we know we can help people with. And also on the side of it, I'm vegan, so it was kind of a way for me to promote veganism, and not just veganism, but open-mindedness. I think there's quite a stigma attached to veganism that it's all about animals, but it's also about trying something new. But above all, the inspiration is to bring awareness to those social good organizations that are doing so much, and so people want to help them. That a lot of the organizations that we promote, people hadn't even ever heard of, and we're very specific about the organizations that we choose. And we've made it very clear that we want to support small, local, community-led, community-based organizations.
That's definitely a very, very good cause, turning pain into power and into helping to support local community causes which may not otherwise get noticed or get help and support from people that may need to go that in the organisation, and it also creates a good reputation with yourselves by helping out local small community causes.
That was the aim. And it was, we're very lucky in the fact that it was started by three of us. And our third business partner came on right at the start as well and has really been supportive of kind of like the baking element of it, because my time is pretty much consumed with kind of the community engagement out of there. So it was a really good balance.
Definitely to help split the workload. What
Right.
social media channels can people use to contact you? These will be posted in the description below podcast.
Um, we're on all social media platforms. So we're on Instagram and Twitter as MoMas Cookies UK. On Facebook, also MoMas Cookies UK. On LinkedIn, also as MoMas Cookies UK. But on our website, momascookies.co.uk, there's a contact form and all our contact details are there as well.
How do you sell your products?
So we have a website, and on our website we have a store. We thought it would be easier for people to just use the direct store payment format, so then they can put all their details there and just pay directly.
Can your cookies be ordered from anywhere, or is it local?
Yes, so we had a grueling couple of months trying to figure out a way that we could deliver our cookies across the UK. So there was a lot of cookie boxes being measured and comparing them to the size of post boxes, and just making sure that we could seal the cookies in a way that was environmentally friendly but also kept them fresh for up to 7 days. So accessible anywhere across the UK. We just post them and hopefully they fit through most standard UK cookie boxes, not cookie boxes, post box
That's
holes.
must have been a very big logistical challenge trying to post and dispatch cookies across the country.
It was about 3 months trying to figure it out, but we got there in the end.
Is online the only order channel?
Right now, yes. Right now, yeah, that's the main way to order the cookies.
In what way does MoMa's Cookies support the local community?
So, with each cookie box that is ordered, we donate 15% to a local charitable organization. And we launched almost a month ago now, and we launched with an advocacy program. So, what we've done is we've approached a few people and asked them to each select a local charitable organization that they are passionate about or is really important to them. And from there, we've given them a discount code, and everybody that uses their specific discount code, we donate to their chosen organization. So right now, we are on our seventh or eighth advocate. And we've just published our newsletter that talked a bit about some of the advocates that we had in July. So that's been our main method right now of supporting the local community. And the charities have ranged everywhere from like RSPCA to Sickle Cell Society. Right now we have one for Sophia Forum that's supporting women with HIV, and Body and Soul charity that works with people that are dealing with childhood trauma. So they really range, but with each cookie box, we donate 15% to one of those organizations.
So you use your advocacy program to help local communities, but also raise awareness of different charities.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what the advocacy program is for.
What are the aims and objectives of MoMa's Cookies?
I think our main goal is to be a resource for charitable organizations, to be a fundraising tool, to be a strategy that they can make some income, but also raise awareness to their work, to people who enjoy eating cookies. So if we can be the vegan cookie business that can raise awareness for that, then I think we're striding towards our objective quite well.
Because veganism is on the rise, so you've hit a key spot for trying to get in the market trying to sell vegan cookies because veganism's quite on trend.
Yeah, absolutely. And the main feedback that we've gotten on the cookies is like, they don't even taste vegan. They taste like normal cookies. And my response is, but what does veganism taste like? So I'm glad that people are being open-minded to trying something new. They're vegan, but they're still cookies, and they're really good.
Where do you see MoMa's Cookies growing in the future?
I think we want to continue doing what we're doing right now. So still continuing with our model of donating to charities. We'd love to get more involved with like specific fundraising projects. So if a charity has like a specific project that they're trying to launch or an initiative that they're trying to create, we'd love to be a part of fundraising for that. Of course, we want to eventually be in some cafes and stuff across the local area so that cafes can actually stock our cookies, which would be awesome. We already have one on the Isle of Wight, which is super exciting. And just continuing to grow and involve more people in it and just get people to support indirectly and directly.
Wow, the company has a lot of ambitions and plans of how it's going to grow in the future.
Indeed.
Lastly, what tips would you say to someone wanting to start a social enterprise?
I think my tips are more so based on my first social enterprise that I launched a couple of years ago. And everything I've learned from that, I've definitely implemented and brought forward into MoMa's Cookies. And two main things I'd say is to get used to failure. And be okay with that and just start the social enterprise. I think for me, I was hesitant to do a lot of things because I was scared that it was not going to work. And it was accepting the fact that very correctly it may not work. And starting a social enterprise is remembering that this is your idea, but someone's probably done it and probably had the same struggles as you, but still managed to get on the other end of it. And just being okay with the fact that you're not going to have all the answers. But letting the main motivation, especially behind social enterprises, letting the main motivation be the purpose. I have this tattoo on me that's saying, remember why you started. And it's not about the quantity, it's not about the amount of people that you reach, it's about the quality, but more importantly, the impact, because everything social enterprise related is because you want to do good. So just remembering that it's not about the amount, but it's about the actual quality and making sure that you're having the impact and meeting the need where it needs to be met.
I definitely agree with what you've said. I would also say, would it be a good idea to get a mentor?
1000%, 1000%. And yeah, several if possible. I think everybody, the way that I started my first business was because my mentor encouraged me to and saw potential and completely guided me through it. And along the way, I've gotten so many more mentors. So definitely, mentorship is key.
Mentorship is definitely key. And do you have any final words or closing remarks?
I think I'm good. Just whatever you want to do, go for it. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And if you trip up, it's okay. We're all tripping up. We're just doing it not on social media.
Thank goodness for that. Thank you for joining this podcast. The links to MoMa's Cookies social media channels are in the description